It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. By three methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. To know what you know and what you do not know. That is true knowledge. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation there is sure to be failure. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Try. It is easy to hate, and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. If I'm walking with two other men, each of them will serve as my teacher. I will pick out the good points of the one and imitate them, and the bad points of the other and correct them in myself. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. Humility is the solid foundation of all virtues. I hear, I know, I see, I remember, I do, I understand. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed. If in terms of 10 years, plant trees. If in terms of 100 years, teach the people. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Old age, believe me, is a good and pleasant thing. It is true you are gently shouldered off the stage, but then you are given such a comfortable front stall as spectator. Study the past if you would divine the future. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. If you look into your own heart and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? You cannot open a book without learning something. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. If we don't know life, how can we know death? Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. To see what is right and not to do it is want of courage or of principle. The object of the superior man is truth. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. To see the right and not to do it is cowardice. To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. And not when you know a thing, to hold that you know it. And when you do not know a thing, to allow that you do not know it. This is knowledge. Faced with what is right, to leave it undone shows a lack of courage. To practice 5 things under all circumstances constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the three universally recognized moral qualities of men. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort.